Lagos City makes a perfect recipe for a booming hotel industry. Like several other sectors in Lagos, the demand for hotels beats the supply, and as the economic hub of West Africa and first point of entry for most international travelers, Lagos is definitely the hottest hotel market in sub-Saharan Africa. And as far as interested investors go, this spells opportunity. International brands like Hilton, Intercontinental and Sheraton hotels are beginning to see the glaring prospects in Lagos.
I think that the prospects in the hospitality and hotel and leisure, sector, the potential is enormous. And what will be the driving force? One, we've got the market here. Secondly, the rate of returns on investment is massive. Thirdly, the support of government for such, for the hospitality industry, it's also great.
But what is really going on ground? The industry has seen several newcomers, notably from South Africa. The Southern Sun Hotel made an inroad into the Lagos hotel market this year to open a brand new 4-star business hotel.
The Southern Sun Ikoyi Hotel opened up on the 1st of June, and we've made a start. Very importantly, we've made a start, and we want to embrace the marketplace in every aspect. And as a business hotel, obviously, we are typically attracting and targeting all the main corporate players. Specifically, the local corporate market is obviously of paramount importance to the hotel. I think definitely Lagos has its own method, as I would call it. I think there is an enormous amount of potential here. Tapping into the corporate markets requires a bit of patience, a bit of perseverance. The first impressions of Lagos, obviously very, very much an interesting market. And also the sophistication of the market here should never be underestimated.
However, a common trend in this sector is foreign hotels coming in and taking over older existing hotels, refurbishing and relaunching themselves as bigger and better. A good example is one of Lagos' most popular hotels, the Federal Palace. Sun International bought into the hotel and revamped the older Federal Palace.
We decided that the west coast of Africa, Nigeria, is the giant of the west coast economy, and if we were going to come up to this region, we would like to be based out of Nigeria, specifically Lagos. We've been looking at this environment for a number of years, and we determined that there was indeed a shortage of high-class hotels, and certainly for us, a big opportunity for our gaming side of the business.
The Lagos Sunborn Yacht, a custom-built boat hotel, one of the few in the world, is slated to open for business in the next few months. Because the state is a popular business destination, the demand for hotels in Lagos is generated by 3 main sectors: telecommunications, banking, and of course its oil and gas industry.
Lagos, with its own identity, has a very strong business identity, obviously. And we want to capitalize on the opportunities that do exist here.
Most of our business is orientated towards the businessmen, commercial travelers. We do have weekend leisure business, and we are starting to see families starting to frequent us, but it's mostly orientated around an event.
Occupancy in Lagos hotels runs at roughly 85%. But even then, the competition is hot. Recently, more boutique hotels are sprouting up around the state, offering a more quiet and homely atmosphere for the discerning business traveler, and also taking a large slice of the larger hotel's customers.
La Cour was founded, like the name says, it's a courtyard. The concept is one of giving personal service, spacious rooms. We only have suites, we don't have standard hotel rooms. Giving comfort and trying to oblige to whatever the guests' needs are. Set in a very tranquil garden setting, which unfortunately you don't find many nice gardens, especially around the hotels, because they believe in putting as many rooms together as possible to make as much money as possible. Generally, expat speaking again, from overseas people, they tend to prefer smaller places where they feel safe, they're looked after. And they can, especially the long stay guys, they can compare to like a second home kind of thing. So the boutique hotel has become very, very popular on the concept. And also, I've only been here 3 years, but over the last 3 years, there have been quite a number of smaller hotels opening on a boutique kind of criteria.
Because boutique hotels normally are smaller in room number, they're not able to carry the full set of services that we would normally have in an operation like ours. For example, we have a very advanced IT infrastructure. We have a very sophisticated maintenance and engineering division that look after what we call life support equipment. So that would be the generators, the air conditioning plant, the water treatment plant, all of those kind of things. So, you know, it's not always what's in the room that makes up the caliber of the hotel. It's the support and infrastructure and backbone.
But the larger hotels are now creating more services for the conferencing and corporate market, services that are highly in demand in Lagos today as its business pulse beats faster. Lagos hotel industry veteran Echo Hotel has only begun constructing a new conference center now to cater for their corporate clientele that keep growing every day.
What we see and what we concentrate on the business tourist. We don't see any huge amount of influx of tourists coming for vacations in Lagos. In the hotel market, we're gonna see in the near future a lot more regarding conference and banqueting. So we're gonna see more conference centers. We had already the Civic Center that opened its doors a couple of years ago. Now we are preparing a very nice conference center at Echo Hotel and Suites.
However, compared to the rest of the world, hotels in Lagos have the highest room rates. Of course, a high demand equals steep prices, but also high operating costs have translated into the price.
I would say there are various reasons why hotel accommodation is expensive in Lagos. Particularly, you have to consider the operational costs that are much higher comparing to other countries, because we have to sustain a lot of the basic facilities ourselves, like electricity provision, like water facilities, all sorts of issues like that. And then, of course, it's a matter of real estate as well, you know, particularly hotels on Victoria Island. The real estate is expensive, so accordingly the accommodation prices have to reflect that. And also it's a issue of supply and demand. You know, when the supply is not as high as the demand, the prices go up, and the market can sustain that at the moment.
It looks like prices will go even higher, especially after the Lagos State House of Assembly recently passed a new law imposing a 5% tax on goods and services purchased from hotels, restaurants and event centers.
Well, basically it's a tax on the hospitality industry, mainly hotels, restaurants, event centers. Now we all know that a lot of guests patronize hotels, a lot of people who have celebrations use event centers, and this particular industry requires more services from government in terms of traffic control, waste disposal, security. And so what government is saying is that they should pay a tax on the amount spent by people who patronize these centers.
There has been a lot of opposition to this tax by hotel owners who argue that the tax amounts to double taxation.
I think firstly is the timing of the implementation as the market has gone soft. Secondly, hotels are deemed to be luxury items. And in this particular instance in Nigeria, and certainly in our location, we don't believe we're a luxury item. We believe that we are a commercial hotel, and therefore we're facilitating the travel needs of people coming to invest, coming to stay, coming to do business, coming to trade in Nigeria, as opposed to people that are coming here for leisure or for a